Ireena's last player character episode.
Okay, we're back with Apollo Hart Presents Curse of Strahd, and I believe we're on episode 13. Who knows? It's COVID. When last we played, the characters made their way to Kresk and helped resurrect the son of the burgomaster in Kresk, and Ashton got to meet his father, who was strangely here in Barovia, and he resurrected the son of the burgomaster. And then the party made their way towards the abbey to talk to the abbot and find out what was going on. I believe they also made a wedding dress. It's kind of rough looking. They tried to make it. It didn't turn out so great. The abbot had asked for that from them and said he would help them out. And that's kind of where we are. You also did pass, I believe, a little chapel, a shrine that you got some water out of that you believe is glowing with magical power, probably has the strength of a lesser restoration spell. And that's it. The sun was going down. You guys are making your way up the switchback in the cold mountain, heading up to the abbey. You're maybe 20-minute walk from the abbey. It is getting dark. It'll probably be dark by the time you get up there. What do you want to do?
Well, I figured we just go to the abbey if we get it.
As you're walking, give me a perception check. I guess who's in the lead? Who would you say would be walking up front?
Unless anybody's in front, I think Ark would usually default to being in front.
Okay, Ark, give me a perception check.
I'm happy to cede that. Hold on. Advantage is off. Perception. You see it? 18?
18, yeah. So you're looking in front of you and you see kind of a gatehouse in front of you. It's real dark. And you look behind you and you notice that Ashton has just disappeared. He's not there anymore.
He kind of comes and goes.
Yeah, that's how he appeared to us. So.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah. You don't know what happened to him, if he cast some spell and he just teleported somewhere, or if he just disappeared looking for his dad. You have no idea, but he's not there anymore. And
I'll turn around and talk to, I suppose Trill is probably nearby, my fellow stalwart watchman at the front. And I'll ask her, our wispy friend seems to have disappeared.
Yes, it appears so.
Well,
yeah. Moving on. Yeah.
But everybody did see him, though, right? Just checking. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Did he decide to stay in the town or at the burgomaster's house? Or something?
he was right behind me a second ago.
Huh. Weird.
Yep.
Maybe he forgot his wallet.
That's probably it.
Maybe he doesn't want to be around his
His
abbey. Yeah,
probably.
You did leave behind your carriage with the magical horses that you've been traveling around in. It's in town. It will not make it up the switchback.
So I noticed that he was gone right after I saw this gatehouse.
Yeah.
How far away is the gatehouse?
Yeah. Let me tell you about that. The road from the village climbs above the mist to the wide ledge on which the abbey is perched. A light dusting of snow covers the trees and the rocky earth. The gravel road passes between two small stone outbuildings, to either side of which stretches a 5-foot high, 3-foot thick, although I don't know how you know how thick the wall is, wall of jumbled stones held together with mortar. Blocking the road are iron gates attached to the outbuildings by rusty hinges. They appear to be unlocked. Viewed through the gates, the stone abbey stands quiet. Its two wings are joined by a 15-foot high curtain wall. A belfry protrudes from the rooftop of the closer north wing, which also sports a chimney billowing gray smoke. So that's what you see.
So this, I'm trying to get a picture in my head. Is the gate surrounding the abbey?
It's kind of, yeah. It's a lower wall, and it's kind of the it's like a gated community. How they've got those little gatehouses.
Gotcha.
It's got two of those on either side. And
Was there a landing screen for Kresk, like a map?
There is a landing screen. Let's
Would
see.
you care to, so I can?
Go. Let's go to that. I am not on the right page. There we go. And just right along with me as I
There we go.
scroll. That's Ravenloft. We're just gonna jump to Kresk. Several pages down. Bear with me. Boom. That's Kresk, and here's the Abbey. So
I cannot see anything.
you will in a second.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All shall be revealed.
And I'm
So
going
guys,
to.
as we're entering this place, anyone else find the abbot here pretty, I don't know, off his rocker? Or is it just me?
Everyone in this godforsaken place is crazy.
I was going to say, he doesn't seem that weird to me.
I don't think I need to tell you I don't like him.
Yeah, Trill and I already had a bad experience with him.
Well, let's just think about this concept. He thinks by sacrificing some poor woman to be the bride of a vampire is going to
So you
save
guys are.
this country.
You guys are coming up right about. Oh, can I mark an X on
Yes.
it? Yeah, right about there. I just drew a little.
I still
Purple.
can't see.
I've still got just a black screen.
Oh, just black screen. Let me make turn off the.
You guys can't see all that black screen?
Yeah.
We're right about here,
Here, let me
I guess.
let me turn off the dynamic lighting.
I feel like blinking and rubbing him in tights. Guessing, I guess no one's coming.
Did you say 8 Lincoln?
No, I said, hey, blinking, hold the reins.
Dynamic lighting is not enabled, so let's turn that
What
off.
about like line of sight? Is line of sight enabled? That
Uh,
might be what's doing it.
Are tokens on the board?
tokens are not on the board, but I can. This should. Let me go to dynamic lighting. Dynamic lighting's off. Explorer mode's off. Daylight
I
mode's
don't think
off.
the tokens mattered on the map screens
Yeah.
before.
There we go.
There you go. So I drew some purple squares that are right by the gate. Yep, there
I
you go.
see.
That's it.
So that's kind of where we are right now.
Yep.
If I'm walking and I saw that, I'd probably just peek into one of them.
Okay. Are you just being stealthy, or are you just walking up
No,
and peeking? Okay.
no, there's no subtlety with me.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you peek in and you see. Are you peeking in the left one or the right one?
Probably just the first one we come to.
Yeah, in that one you see sleeping on a bunch of old furs is looks to be about a 4 foot 7 inch tall creature, not very tall at all. You can kind of see the left side of a face, which is covered with lizard scales, and on the right side you can see a wolf ear kind of protruding out, and between the tufts of fur and scale you can see kind of fleshy human skin, and you can see a cat's paw that seems to be jointed like a human hand that's kind of sticking out of one of the furry kind of robe, yeah, that's what you see. It appears to be sleeping.
Okay, I'll notice that he or she or it is sleeping, and I'll kind of surreptitiously close the door as I leave it again and look back and say, "There's something really ugly sleeping in there. I wouldn't bother. It's profoundly ugly."
So we're at the gate of the abbey, right?
Yeah.
You know, just to be on the safe side, should I?
Don't light it on fire. He's sleeping, man. Just let him sleep.
No, I
Let
was
sleeping
going-
gross things.
It
lie.
is a building, and you haven't set anything on fire in quite some time.
Yes,
Voice
but
getting
I
louder.
was going to suggest maybe a tiny hut. That way, if
I feel fine.
as a precaution.
That's like a fallback location.
Yes.
Oh, fallback, that's fine, but I don't think we need to wait here for a little while.
So where do you want to put the tiny hut? Do you want to go over by the trees, kind of to the left? It's snow on the ground, so if you put a tiny hut out there, it's going to be on a couple inches of snow.
Well, we can do it kind of right in the gate house, or right near the gate.
Yeah, you could do a tiny hut right near the gatehouse if you want.
Or right? So the gate's open currently, right?
But the gate's unlocked. It's not open.
Tiny huts are invisible, right?
You can change
Like
the
camouflaged.
color. They're camouflaged. You can make it match the snow or whatever.
So it would still be visible if somebody looked at it.
Yeah, they'd be
Yeah.
like, this looks weird. Yeah.
And then people
we-
get surrounded and
We
wait.
probably shouldn't put it like in their shit.
Okay. Well,
As he's doing that, I'm going to peek in the other gatehouse.
Okay, and the other one, let's see. You're not being particularly stealthy.
No,
Okay,
I'm not.
Preston,
Okay,
you're
in that one, you see a similarly sized creature, about 4 feet 9 inches tall, and it's kind of squatting. And this one appears to be kind of waking up as you're approaching. It kind of heard you, and it looks like a beardless dwarf with patches of donkey flesh covering his face. He has one human ear and one wolf's ear, and a protruding wolf snout with fangs. And I'll just show you guys I'll show you what he looks like,
Okay.
if I can do so.
How do we know it's a donkey flesh?
It just looks like a donkey. He looks like Pinocchio when Pinocchio went to the the market thing. How do I get off this? Stop. There we go. So I need to get into this, and I need to search for the character. 1 sec, and I'll be able to share it with you. My computer's screaming at me for running so many processes at the same time.
Yeah.
There we go. And I will share him with you, because... oh, there's a handout. Yep, I want the handout. And show to players. Show to everyone. There you go. So that's what you see.
Oh.
Who's a good boy?
Ow.
And his arms and hands are human, but his legs and feet are leonine, and he has a donkey's tail. And he looks at you, and he kind of brays a bit, kind of like, what brings you?
It's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bother you. We'll just be on our way. And I try to close the door again.
What? No,
Oh, sorry, click.
He just kind of peeks out. And you see kind of the reflection in his eyes, and he's got the, his teeth are protruding, and he kind of looks, and he kind of yells out to Siegfried, wake up, and he does that kind of, braying, and it's really, his comment is really hard to understand, and you hear stirring from the other gatehouse, and you head back to the party. And you walk.
Yeah, I mean,
10, 15
I think
feet.
we're all kind of right there, yeah.
Yeah, and everyone just kind of gathered there, and yeah, what do you guys do?
I continue casting Tiny Hut.
Okay. How long does that take?
10 minutes.
Okay. As you're doing that, the other one steps out too, and they're just kind of stepping out of the gatehouse, and he's got a shovel, and they're kind of wearing netting as clothing. And the other one, I will get a picture of her, if I can do so.
I love the fact you just shut the door.
Yeah. There we go, and I will share. Is this one I don't know that this one's necessarily a handout, but I will share it anyways, because I'm generous. Oh, no, there is a handout. Awesome. No spoilers for you. Okay, show to players. Show to everyone. This is the other one that steps out. In the cloak.
That's ugly.
And that one,
Is he from Star Wars? His name looks like it's from Star Wars.
she has a gruff voice.
Excuse me.
And says, stop looking at me like that. What brings you to the Abbey?
Sorry, I'll stop looking. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah,
all.
and she's
It's
just
clear-
kind of darting
you were
around and
clearly
looking
getting
at
your-
you. She's trying to get you, like, look you right in the eyes and see if you're judging her. And is kind of covering up her body.
I'll look down and say you were clearly in the middle of your beauty sleep, so please get back to it.
Yes.
But at this
And
rate, you'll be out for the next several years.
The one with the donkey feature says, I am gorgeous.
Yep.
I'm gonna step up. Hello, sorry to interrupt you. We were actually invited here. I can't remember Mike's dad's name, but
Mr. Mike.
Yeah, it just goes
Mr.
by.
Mike's
He goes
dad.
by the Abbot.
we were actually invited here by the abbot. We met him down in the village, and he asked us to come here. He requested our help. Actually, can you tell us where to find him?
Give me a persuasion check.
God bless.
That's probably the single highest result we've ever seen.
Oh wow. Yeah, the donkey one looks at you and he goes, I am Otto Belioch, and kind of does the bray again, and this is Siegfried Bellevue. We will take you. And he starts kind of they're only like 4 foot nothing, so they're just kind of hunching and leading you up the path towards.
I'm gonna quantify that 29, and that when I talked to them, I went up and I took both their hands and looked them both in the eyes and talked to them.
That went a long ways. They smell awful. I mean, they smell just terrible. Like they haven't bathed in a while, and you can smell like rotten decay coming off.
They came straight from the convention.
Yeah, they've been at the convention. They've been conventioning hard. They've got the con crud.
We've all been to mouse during our court days. It's okay.
Oh gosh, I don't know if it's that bad. But yeah, you guys start making your way into the abbey. They open the rusted gates and slowly start working you in. And I think Otto's taken a liking to Fest. He's just kind of staying near him and kind of smiling at him, and you can see the big teeth like going through, and he's just smiling real big and just kind of slowly walking you through. And they feel very comfortable around Fest with a 29 persuasion. As you're making your way in, Ireena, you hear a voice in the back of your head, and it's a familiar one, but you can't place it. And it's just kind of like, my beloved, please come back to the village and visit the shrine. I would speak with you. And that's it. And it's not a voice that you've heard before, but it sounds very, very familiar to you, and you just hear that in the back of your mind.
I don't know, man. The number of people who tried to kidnap me and turn me into a vampire, who started off with calling me my dear sister or my beloved, at this point it's like a red flag.
Yeah. And you can hear it's distant. It's coming from the village that you left, and it's just kind of a whisper in the air, and it's almost
Maybe like,
ghostly, like it's coming from somewhere really far away.
Oops.
Did anybody else hear something? A voice?
I heard a man braying like a donkey. Is that what you mean?
No, that wasn't it.
Then no, I didn't hear
Much
it.
less. This was just a regular voice.
The Sun Sword sends images into your mind where it's like you just get the impression that it didn't hear anything, and it's wondering what's going on with you.
You could ask our fellow ghost whisperer back here.
Oh.
Hear
I-
that? Anything
No, I didn't hear anything.
weird?
You do see, Syrdath, you do see actually an image of a man. It's a very regal-looking man in a ghostly form, and he looks pretty good. He's got his hair all clean-cut back, and it's slicked back, and he's got kind eyes. But he does look, he looks like he's been, he looks like his body's broken a bit. And he looks at you and he just kind of fades away, and he's smiling, staring in the direction of Ireena.
I will relay what I've seen and then follow it up with the exclamation of, I'm not crazy.
At hearing that, Ark will roll his eyes and be like, I cannot I cannot hear this anymore from you two in making this stuff up. And I'll move ahead with the stinky animal people in Fest.
So from the description, the guy you saw, Syrdath, he doesn't look anything like Strahd, right?
There's some similar features actually, but not directly like Strahd, and definitely not the way Strahd looks now.
Probably not him.
Neither did the last guy that took you, though.
It could be a family member. You don't know.
Yeah, we did steal that weapon.
That's true.
So this
not lightsaber.
time,
The sword
I'm
does
still
still
out there.
warm in your
I will-
hand,
casting a
Ireena.
spell.
I will describe the man that Syrdath describes to me to the Sun Sword and get its opinion.
It will send you images of a very similar man who looks very much alive, who's holding the sun sword and smiling back at you and holding your hand.
Huh.
And then you see images of like a canopied bed and the sun sword getting put down in the corner. And
Okay,
then-
that's we can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fade to black.
Let's go
fade
back to the
black.
praying donkey man,
Fade to
please.
black.
Yeah, it is starting to overshare a bit with you.
That's great. I'm glad you're excited, buddy, with Ireena.
Yeah, and then it's like trying to like visibly like turn its eyes to the wall, but it can't because it's a sword
It's an
and
inanimate object.
sees like 360.
Okay.
And then a shame feeling.
This is even more niche than the werewolves conversation from earlier.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna turn to the group and I'm actually gonna say, do you all feel like you can talk to the abbots without me?
Did you say do they want to talk to the abbots without you?
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
it said to come back to the village, right?
Yeah.
To talk. So I might go back to the village to talk.
Tell you what, you could probably use a little bit of company
The tiny hut is cast at this point.
and a blood spear.
So,
I'll go
Marick,
with you
are
for
you just
protection.
standing out in front of the gates and you just cast tiny hut?
Yeah, I'm sitting there in my hut
Okay, you're in the hut. You're sitting there by
All right.
yourself. Yeah.
with Higgins.
Yeah, with Higgins, there's a suit of armor sitting next to
You're
you
never alone when you've got Higgins.
with a stuffed face that looks like it's got a helmet on, but you've got like all that straw and stuff you stuffed in it. So it's literally like a scarecrow armor just sitting next to you. And just sitting in a tiny hut. It's a little you can regulate the temperature so it's not cold like it is outside, but you're by yourself. Yeah.
So, Higgins, I hope they remember to come back and get me if everything's okay.
Okay, so
Why are
Syrdath,
we
Ark,
splitting the party?
Ireena, and Fest and Trill are all together. And
Right.
If Ireena's going down, I'll ask her if she wants, to have somebody with her, or if she prefer to go alone.
Oh, I mean, I feel like you would be better, more used staying with the group. We didn't see any sign of craziness on our way up here, so
Oh, right.
I don't feel like there are like werewolf ninjas waiting for me back down along the path.
Fair enough.
Although, now that they say that, maybe you should come with me.
It's up to you. I
Every
don't feel-
time I'm
I don't feel
alone.
right.
Does
Every
anybody
time
have a
I'm
light
alone,
source
there are
going? Do you guys
something trying to take me.
do you guys have a torch going? There's
I
some.
don't-
I have a sun sword.
Yeah, you
I
do.
don't need it.
Yeah. So
Do the animal people not have one for us?
Yeah.
Or wherever they are?
okay. So
I have dark vision.
I'll leave it to Ireena if she wants me to go with her, and if not, I'll go with the rest of the crew.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably better not to be alone, and
Okay.
I feel like the rest of these guys can talk
I'm
to
still.
Abbott.
Ark is asking because last time when you were left alone, and he thinks that Izek Chaulssane was trying to kidnap you, and I hate that guy, so I'm just making sure that doesn't happen again.
That's fair.
Okay.
So yeah, I want to go see what this voice that apparently now Syrdath and I am both getting images from this art is about. So
Okay, so Ark and Ireena start heading back down the switchback, and it's kind of cold, but it'll take you guys 30-40 minutes to get back down. You kind of know the path now, and Ireena's got plenty of light with the sun sword going, and you're just kind of a spot of brightness in the darkness. You do pass the tiny hut and the wizard sitting there with a suit of armor on your way down. Marick just kind of, I don't know if you can see inside, but Marick, you can definitely see outside. So you see those two walking off alone together down the switchback.
Okay, I wave at him and say, "Do this number."
You just
We
stick
can't
your
see
hands
it.
out and go like this through the hut. So the
Well,
white.
I don't even think I can do that. I have to stay in the hut for it to.
Yeah,
stay there.
you do have to stay in it.
So I just look at him and do this.
Okay, they can't
You
see
can
at
make
all.
it. Can't you? You can like change
Yeah, I
the
can make
color
it
to make
translucent.
it clear,
I can make
right?
it
Okay, yeah, you can
Yeah.
make it clear. So it's clear, and he's just sitting there like, with his legs folded up, kind of Indian style, kind of sitting, and the pseudo armor is sitting there very like zen, and he's just like, "Meh," and you guys are walking down in the darkness. Your light kind of shines
Point.
off of it.
Point to my ear and then point down to the village. Like
Hold on,
we
hold
heard
on.
something.
Okay, we will get to you guys in a sec.
I'm gonna take a bio break and I'll be right back.
Okay. It's a good time for it. Everyone else, you pass a graveyard on the right, and
Wait, why are we splitting the party?
it's too late. It's done.
I mean, the rest of you can come back to the village with me to investigate the voice if you want, but
the Bellevues are kind of leading you guys towards the building. To the right, you see stunted pine trees grown out of a rocky earth in the graveyard near the foundation of the Abbey's north wing. The windows of the structure are cracked panes of leaded glass. Ancient gravestones burst from a thin crust of snow in the yard. Beyond the low wall that surrounds the graveyard, the ground falls away. The village lies 400 feet below, and the view is breathtaking. So you guys are, heading towards the village that's 400 feet below and just winding down the switchback. And you can kind of see the light from the sword just kind of winding as they go.
Otto, who else lives here?
Oh, family. That's so hard to do.
That's the other one.
How large is your family?
Very.
Oh, okay. How long have you lived here?
My whole life. And Siegfried is like, ooh, we live here, and this is a female voice. We live here because the
I've talked to
villagers
him.
shun us. Unlike
Because
you.
Everyone shuns you, huh?
Yeah.
How long has the abbot been here with you?
Hundreds years.
So, okay.
And who is the dress, by the way? I assume Ireena, or not Ireena, Trill. The wedding dress you guys made.
We gave it to the abbot and he didn't like it.
Did you give it to him? I thought you made it.
no,
you were
we
gonna bring it to
we
him.
made it and it was terrible.
Yeah, you
We
made it,
haven't
and it's
given
not
to
quite
him
that
yet.
great. I mean, it looks kind of like a wedding dress, but it's not like
There was an
fun.
attempt.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have it.
Okay. So I guess Ireena has the wedding dress in her pack somewhere, and she's heading back down the hill. We'll play it like that.
No, I mean I would have given it to you guys.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So
We made it for the abbot. I wouldn't just
Yeah.
be like, yeet.
Fest, do you have a wedding dress in your pack?
Yes.
Okay.
I packed it up. Everyone handed it to me. Siegfried, I have one more question for you. And I'm trying to think. I'm going to say this more delicately than I am saying it out of character.
Mhm.
But I'm going to be like, has everyone always been the way you are, so as long as you can remember?
And he just nods at you, kind of enthusiastically, and he looks very proud. He wags his tail, and
Okay.
flips his hair back.
Um,
He does look a
I'm
bit
going to-
crazed. His eyes are very intense.
Excellent. Oh, let's continue on. And whoever's close to me, I'm going to turn from them and I'm going to mouth at them. The abbot's crazy. 'Cause I'm feeling this is his work.
So let's see. I've got to read real quick. So they stop kind of there at the graveyard, and they go in, and they're going to go get the abbot for you. And Siegfried is just kind of like a little brash about it, like, we'll go get the abbot. And they both just kind of go into the building, open the front doors, and go in. And a few minutes later, the abbot kind of strolls out, and he goes, "Well, welcome, my guests. Where's my son?"
I'm just gonna turn around. He was with us on the trail, but he had other business to take care of. I assume he'll meet back up with us.
Well, have you brought me the dress I requested?
I'm going to pull out of my pack. I'm like, this is the finest dress in the land right now. At least a 10-mile radius.
Give me a bluff check or deception, whatever you've got. I can't remember what it is.
Deception? Okay.
Yep. Ha ha ha. Oh, crap.
I utilized the dim light, and I conveniently turn the stains away from me when I'm showing it to him.
Do you have prestidigitation on you?
I do actually have prestidigitation, but I didn't. I mean, I could have used it, but...
Yeah, I'm going to assume you did. I'm going to assume you just cast it as a cantrip, and you just kind of clean it up and make it look real nice, and he goes, yes, this will have to do. This will have to do.
It even smells wonderful, as you can tell.
He takes it, and he just kind of marvels at it, and he says, well, you are welcome to look at the grounds. I could give you a tour, but I must get her dressed for a Strahd for when he arrives.
Ooh, is he coming right now?
Oh, I will probably summon him in the morning. I want to cure these lands, and I believe this is the best way. And he does have like an intense look in his eyes as well.
Can we meet the bride?
Yes, of course. Of course you can. And he brings you into the Abbey of Saint Markovia. The main hall. Gentle-sounding music trickles down from above on a single-stringed instrument by some unseen master. The Belleviews go back to the gatehouse, the ones you've met so far. The ground floor is one large 50-foot square room with arched leaded glass windows. A cauldron sits on an iron rack above a fire in a hearth. While above the fireplace, the mantel hangs a golden disc engraved with the symbol of the sun. In one corner, a wooden staircase climbs to the upper level, while in another corner, a stone staircase descends into darkness. Several chairs surround the wooden table that stretches nearly the length of the room. Wooden dishware and gold candelabras are neatly arranged on the table. Standing beneath which is a young woman with alabaster skin, dressed in a torn and soiled red gown. Her auburn hair is neatly bundled so as not to touch her soft shoulders. She seems almost lost in her own thoughts, and she seems almost a recreation of Ireena. She's got the beautiful auburn hair and just looks very striking, except for the filthy clothing she's wearing. The abbot, of course, is a handsome young man in brown monk's robe, gently takes the woman by her hand, and a painted holy symbol that depicts the sun hangs from a chain around his neck. He moves with the grace of a saint, and he introduces you and says, "This is Basilica," and let's see. Give me a perception check. I guess those who would be looking at her.
Okay.
If you guys get within 5 feet of her, I assume you do.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't have disadvantage, so that would be 21.
Oh, nice. Yeah. You get advantage on perception? That's nice.
Well, I mean, I don't get it. Do I get advantage? I was supposed to have disadvantage, but because I'm a drow, but I'm indoors, so I just have like a +7.
Okay. Well, we'll say, okay. So she looks somewhat strikingly like Ireena with that. Who else is in there? It's Fest and Trill?
Yep.
Okay. Did you guys want to do a perception check too? Did you do it?
I did. I got
you did. Fest and Trill, you noticed on her, there are subtle stitches around her body. It looks like the limbs were not, they're not of the same body. They're stitched on. and it's all around her. And you can tell based on the table settings and stuff, it appears like the abbot was giving her lessons in etiquette and all that. And he looks over at her and he goes, "Can you do the number we were practicing?" And she starts dancing across the room, kind of gracefully.
I'm going to introduce myself to her and be like, "Hello, my name is Fest."
She stops and looks at you. Kind of, you look into the eyes and they're not. They're a bit unnerving. They're dark, and it is definitely that of it's a false life. There's nothing about this that appears to be truly living. It's something that through magics gave it life and is unnatural.
Does she say anything at all?
She does a curtsy, and she doesn't say much at all.
Are you looking forward to your wedding tomorrow?
And she just kind of smiles and it's almost like a practiced blush kind of thing, but her skin does not blush.
I'm going to turn to the abbot like, this will not fool Strahd. He won't go for this. He can make puppets like this himself all the time.
I will say that it does look like the powdered skin and stuff. She does look very put together and stitched together, and she's very beautiful in her own right. And you can just get the glimpse of the stitches.
Okay.
Yeah.
But still, like with her blank look, I'm like, this. Can she not talk?
But I can speak.
Ah. So
And
how do
he
you
said,
feel
"Yes, good job, dear. I don't know that Strahd cares much for words, quite frankly, but I think this will do the trick. Perhaps an undead creature such as himself will help him fall in love and cure this land."
You are more optimistic than I am, friend. I hate to say it.
So that's what's going on there. Let's get back to Ark and Ireena as you guys make your way back down to the pool and shrine. Again, the shrine itself seems to shimmer even at this late hour, and you are starting to feel a bit tired. You've hiked up and down this hill twice now. Well, once up and once down. And let me scroll to that. Ireena, as you reach the pool's edge, an image appears in the sparkling blue waters. A handsome youth of kind and noble visage. The sadness in his eyes turns to sudden joy. "Titania," he says, "it has been so long. Come, my love, let us be together at last." And he reaches his hand up towards you. And a spectral glowing hand starts coming out of the water.
Does Ark see this?
Yes. What do you do?
Hold on. You said you just wanted to talk. And also, that's not my name. My name is Ireena.
Ireena,
Who are you?
You actually recognize him. And the words start coming through your mouth on behest. "My beloved Sergi, in life you were a prince and a man of faith. We were to be married long ago. Has this blessed pool called your spirit to me?" And it's just coming out of your mouth.
That's weird. I don't like that.
Yeah. And you do feel an attraction to you, and even your sword in your hand is pulsing, and a part of it feels like it's connected to the part that's coming out of the pool for you. It's surreal, and it feels like you're of two minds. The life you've lived in Barovia that you remember as Ireena Kujanovich, and then this other life is trying to evade your psyche. And you remember this man. You remember being in love and spending time with him, and him dying unnaturally at the hands of Strahd on your wedding day. And then you have images of guards spiking Strahd up on spears and lifting him into the air, and his body going limp, and then him rising and fangs growing out of his mouth, and him attacking and killing those guards. And then fear striking you, and that's all you recall.
I'm gonna turn to Ark and go, I know what happened.
To
To start all of this. I was there. I remember.
And the hand is still reaching forward towards you, pleading.
Is it start all of this village? Start all of
The curse, the mist, the people being trapped, the being cut off from the gods, all of it. I was there when it started.
But I don't understand. You don't look like you're a day over 20, whatever, 24.
That's
20.
very polite. Not in this body. But I think my spirit might remember a different life.
Your hand starts instinctively going towards the pool.
Am I able to stop myself from doing this?
I can give you, technically one of the party members is supposed to stop you if they want. But since you're an NPC, you're playing an NPC, I will give you a will save.
Okay.
And if she expresses that she wants to move away, I will help with that.
I'm gonna like dig my heels in a little bit, so like even though the magic wants me to or the compulsion wants me to come closer, like the part of me that's Ireena is still resisting. I'm gonna say, Sergei, I do remember, and I want to be with you again, but this life also matters, and there are people here who need my help. I can't simply go with you now. I have to try to fix things first. And we'll save, okay.
Anything over a 10 and I'll let you resist it.
Oh my gosh.
Like wisdom?
Yeah,
it's wisdom.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright. I feel like I should roll this with physical dice.
No matter what happens, if you start going, I'm going to tackle you.
Okay, well then, let's see. This historically will saves haven't gone great for me the first time, which is why I'm nervous. Let's see! Yep.
Oh! You grab his
Very
hand,
bad.
and you feel like you're being pulled in to the water.
I pull her and start pulling back.
Okay.
Okay.
That is,
Athletics check, maybe?
yeah, give me an athletics check.
Normal.
And I'll set the DC at 14. Nice.
Nice.
So you pull her away, and immediately the hand starts pulling down and goes, "No, my love, I can keep you safe. Please be with me." And you do feel like just overpouring. A part of
I'm
you,
like,
part of your soul
seriously, like,
really
crying,
loves
like-
this man, who's ever's in the water. Yeah. And it starts fading and shimmering, and the hand disappears. But the light in the pool is still glowing, and you hear, "I'll be here waiting for you, always." And in the clouds above,
I will return.
the thunder shakes the land. Dark clouds coalesce into a terrible visage. A deep, dark voice from beyond the mountains cries, "She is mine." And you hear Strahd's voice, loud. And just...
I'm gonna turn toward the mountains and yell, "Never!"
Blue lightning bolt splits from the clouds and strikes the pool. You guys need to give me a dexterity check.
Alright. Save or check?
Check.
I don't know how to do it. Just a straight dexterity check.
I think you click on your actual stat, right?
Oh, okay.
So 16 and 11. You needed a 17. You are
Dang it.
You are knocked back prone. The blast knocks the gazebo down as well. You weren't in the water, so you don't have to worry about taking lightning damage. Thankfully, because And then the water still kind of shimmers and stuff, but it is like it's all blurry and splashy and stuff, and you don't hear any more voices coming from it. And it looks like the whole well is scorched black. And then the face in the clouds starts fading and disappearing. She is mine. I will be coming for her. And then it disappears.
Would Marick have seen that giant lightning bolt?
Yeah, he would have seen it. He would have noticed that pretty clearly.
Good.
Yeah.
I turn in the direction of the mountains where the Strahd's castle is and flip it off.
You can still see clouds and stuff like that. And somewhere in the distance, you don't see this, Strahd is mounting a black horse with fire coming off its hooves and a mane of fire behind it. And he's got his sword on, he looks like he's prepared for battle, and he starts riding. But none of you know this, and he's heading off in that direction quickly.
It'll be fine.
Okay. So there you are. You're going to start heading up the switchback to meet up with the rest of the party? Or are you going to stay in town? What are you guys going to do?
We could go chill out in the tiny hut. Keep Mary company.
We could go see how he's doing. Sure, I think we could use a break.
Okay, so you guys are gonna do another 40
I need to
minute
lie
walk
down
back up
and
the
think
hill.
about stuff.
I am gonna give you two a point of exhaustion, if that's okay. Well, give me a con save. I'll see.
Oh yeah, this should go well. Save this time, not
Yeah.
check.
22, he's good.
Oh wow,
you guys are
not
fine.
bad.
Normal folks would be exhausted by this, but you two are beasts. You are sturdy folk. Ireena, you grew up in Barovian, and it's a hard knock life, and you know it. And Ark, you're just ridiculous. I mean, you're just.
I am. Yes.
Yeah. So you're fine. So Syrdath.
I actually had something I wanted to take a moment for, if you don't mind, Jason.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm kind of well aware that I'm no longer alive. I mean, I have to consciously act like I'm breathing.
Yeah.
I don't know if I made that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really advertise these things to my teammates, but I would like to walk up and examine the corpse girl. I mean, it's just kind of a moment of self-reflection. Like, am I so different than you, kind of thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, am I able? Like, I guess what I'm asking here is, I'm even going to try to initiate a dance with her. And just, I don't know, just try to get a feel for the situation.
So you're going to dance with the corpse bride?
Yeah.
Okay. So you take her hand and you start waltzing and you can still hear the violin music playing from upstairs. And it's actually played pretty well. And the abbot looks at you all, the rest of you, and says, "For this dress, I will offer you this. I will cast Raise Dead for you up to 3 times. At your request. I've made some mistakes since being in Barovia, and his eyes look kind of shadowed for a bit. But I think truly she is the key to saving this land."
So if we need this boon, do we have to bring them back here to the abbey?
Yes. I've much work to do here, and I can't leave the Belleviews alone. And he takes a moment, and it's more than just a pregnant pause. It's just deep reflection. He says, I regret what I've done to the Belleviews. They wanted it, but I regret making them what they are. These mongrel folk, they suffer so, and I will redeem myself.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Why? You said they wanted to be this way?
Oh yes, hundreds of years ago. The abbey was attacked by Strahd, and they were tempted, and they were driven mad, and they wanted power, and they wanted to augment themselves, and they're into bod mod. So I helped them, make these changes to survive in this cruel world, as I tried to figure out a way to break this curse. The dark powers in these lands have granted Strahd immeasurable power, maybe as much as my own. And here he truly rules as Lord. But I think the way to fix these lands are to compel to the sliver of humanity he has left, and to help him find love. and here I've built love for him. And he did an amazing job on her. I mean, she appears to be very well put together and very beautiful for what appears to be. Give me a knowledge arcana check, Fest or anybody else that has it. Yeah, you know she's a flesh golem. She was created by foul magics to give life to the undead.
So, with this boon that you've offered us, if you were to bring one of us back to life, would we come back the way we are, or would we be like the caretakers, or perhaps your bride here?
There are risks in coming back to life here in Barovia. I've learned over my hundreds of years of being here. While giving guidance and power to my son, Ashton, who's found his way here finally. His human side sure is weak. But I believe he can help me as well, and that's why I brought him here. The bodies, the souls in Barovia are reincarnated and just kind of linger. And sometimes they go into new babes, and sometimes, most of the time, the children here are born soulless, and they're just scared, terrified humans. Not that the ones with souls are much better. So yes, there's a chance you could have issues, but I'm quite adept at my spellcasting, and most of the bodies I've recreated in such a way have come back in ways that I can fix.
What if a body was burned very badly?
I believe I can still do that, even if a body has been burned. And Syrdath, you're the beautiful Dusk Elven woman you see sometimes has been asking you to bring her back from the dead, and you believe this man would have such power.
Yeah.
Yep.
Filed that away.
Yep. So yeah, and he just kind of, and he looks, you get the impression that he's a very powerful man.
Trill, how does this make you feel, knowing what I've heard of Pellenborg?
What?
How does all this talk of bringing people back make you feel?
I am seething with rage and want to leave immediately.
Yeah.
No, but your character.
Yeah.
I am reading the Turn Undead, or the Turn Unholy spell to see if it will work in this situation.
Yeah, she is clearly an abomination to you.
But it's like a whole village of people, right? It's not just...
It's the whole of Barovia. They come back this way, sometimes reincarnated. And he believes that, and he'll tell you guys this, I believe that Ireena is such a person who's been reincarnated from a soul that has been trapped here for so long. The adventurers such as you end up in the graveyard in the town of Barovia and end up marching into Castle Ravenloft to try to attack Strahd every night in vain. Such adventurers such as yourself, were you to be lost without my aid, would be trapped here, perhaps forever. Lost to suffer the same vain, inevitable failure night after night.
I mean, this is against my God and everything I stand for, so...
Yep.
I've just asked, since I appreciate you offering us this boon, and since we brought you to Dress, and you're doing quite a bit for us, I have one small favor to ask of you. Could you let us leave the area before you call Strahd here?
Oh, yes,
You give
yes.
us like a 2-hour head start before you summon him.
Yes,
Maybe
yes. Well, we'll have to
2
put the
days.
dress on her, and he gives her the dress and says, "My dear, if you would put this on," and she just kind of awkwardly starts like going to a corner of the room and near the fireplace and starts shifting off her dirty, bloody dress, and it falls to the ground, and she starts putting on the wedding dress you've made.
Let's give her some privacy, gentlemen. Let's...
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm a holy man. It's all right. I'm kidding.
Yeah. So that's it. What do you guys do? Marick, you are in the tiny hut with your suit of armor, and you're drinking the tea that you made. You started a little fire, and unfortunately, the fire, I think, is kind of clogging up your tiny hut because I don't think the fire escapes. No, it does. Yeah, things can go out. Yeah, fire does go out. It goes out the top, and yeah, you're drinking tea. It's kind of awkward. The armor's not saying anything back to you.
I'm glad to know that Marick is so concerned about this giant lightning bolt that struck where we were that he made.
Right? He didn't. I mean, if he leaves, the hut goes away, though. So
Yeah, if he leaves, it just disappears.
He's like, oh no!
He's got a choice.
I'm safe. How are y'all? Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's exactly right. So either offer protection for us if we so need it in these awkward times, or...
And you feel like that lightning bolt would have wrecked your world had you been in that water. Let's put it that way.
Hope they're okay.
So Ark basically saved my second or third life, whichever round I'm on at this point.
So you guys are coming up?
The sword is sending images into your brain that you've just images like you know of kind of like sadness from like heartbreak from you turning down your beloved and all this stuff. It's kind of it's guilt tripping you as you walk up the.
I'm like talking to it out loud. I'm just like, look, I do remember, and I guess, and I'm like crying too, like because I just walked away from a chance to get back with my fiance, almost husband. I guess that must have been our wedding that I saw.
Yeah, that was your wedding day. Yeah.
I'm like, but it's not that simple because, like, I'm also here now, and I'm also this person, and I've got loyalties, and I've got people I need to protect, and I'm like talking to it out loud, like, don't care.
And Ark, that's just happening right next to you.
Yeah, Ark will mumble to himself, I will never understand women. Move like 10 feet in front.
Yep.
I don't want to hear shit about my werewolf existential crisis. This is way more complicated.
I still wanted us to see if we could get a lawful good werewolf. That would have been great.
It's too high.
Yeah,
I know.
So, you guys finally make it up to Marick, and he's still sitting in the tiny hut. You see smoke coming out where he's started a little fire.
I'll knock on the tiny hut.
Your hand goes right through it. You're permitted to enter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, Ark! Did you see that lightning? Wow! That was... I hope you guys weren't anywhere near that. That would look dangerous.
Oh, really?
We were near it.
Yeah, you guys smell of ozone. Yeah.
Our hair is like a little bit like frizzed out.
Oh, there's some static electricity going on, yeah.
Turns out you should not hold up a giant metal spear in the middle of a lightning storm.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, would you guys like some tea?
I would love some tea. Tea is calming. I need to be calm.
Do you think maybe we should go check on, everybody else in there?
Well, here's the thing. I figured I'd stay here, hold down the hut, just in case we need it.
Fine. Tell you what, you stay here. I'll go check on them.
Here, take some tea to go.
I actually do want some tea, so yeah, that'll be fine.
All right.
Okay, you got a little cup of tea he found in his pack. It's not the best. I mean, some of the cups have kind of cracked in your travel and stuff, but it's fine. And you walk past the guard towers, and Siegfried and Otto appear to be asleep. You can kind of hear the subtle neighing and purring coming from the other spot, and it's kind of adorable.
Would I be able to follow in the snow where they have walked to?
Yeah, there's a path that goes right up
to
the Abbey. And you go by the graveyard and go right up to the front gate, front entrance, and go in. Yeah.
Okay.
You do pass a well, and as you're passing a well by yourself, let's see.
So, Ireena, you look upset. Are you okay?
Not really. I don't think I've been okay for a long time.
Yeah, I hate to tell you this, but your home country.
Yeah, that's it. It's there's just a well in the center, and you walk past it.
I am aware.
And the courtyard, the thick fog fills the courtyard, swirls as if eager to escape. The courtyard is surrounded by a 15-foot high curtain wall, which stands several guards with their backs to you, or so it seems at first. It's clear now that these guards are merely scarecrows. Wooden doors to the north and east lead to an abbey's two wings. In the center of the courtyard is a stone well fitted with an iron winch. to which a rope and bucket are attached. Along the perimeter, tucked under the overhang wall, are several stone sheds with padlocked wooden doors, as well as 3 shallow alcoves that contain wooden trowels. 2 wooden posts pounded into the rocky earth have iron rings bolted to them, and chained to one of them is a short humanoid with bat wings and its spider mandibles that are just clicking. The quiet is shattered by horrible screams coming from the sheds. That's just you by yourself, yeah.
Where are these sheds? Are these right here, or?
Yeah, they're right here.
I see that purple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's one guy chained up.
Yeah, it looks like another one of these mongrel folk with little bat wings and little like predator like bat mandibles.
I would probably go, and if I can't speak with him, I'd probably try to free him.
Okay.
Spear at the ready, of course.
Yeah. Let's see. As you get closer, it looks like 4 foot tall, 5-inch, hunched posture, long stringy black hair hides much of her face, but clearly visible are the spider mandibles and teeth that replace the human mouth. She has the arms and wings of a bat, as well as a cloven hoof that is in place of her right foot. She doesn't like she just kind of growls at you and won't let you get close to.
I'll put a hand. Stay calm. I'm going to try to let you go.
No, she'll just kind of hiss and like the chain's real tight. She's just hissing at you and kind of.
Does it look like she's bound like against her will?
Yeah, she's clearly staked in there against her will, but she doesn't want to get anywhere near the chain.
Is the reaction that I'm picking up, because I've caught plenty of animals in traps, and they'll get really defensive even when they're trapped, and they'll think that you're the aggressor.
That's kind of the impression you're getting, and you're also getting like, she looks at you and she says, "They're after me. They're after me."
Who is they?
Everywhere I go, I'm hunted. They're trying to find me, and she's nervously looking about.
Who is trying to find you?
They who hunt me.
Are they with Strahd?
They're watching me, and she
Abbot?
looks at the scarecrows, and you get the impression she thinks the scarecrows are watching her.
Okay, I tell her I'm going to let you go. Can you get out of here if I release you from the chains?
I can escape, but don't come close. Don't come close.
How else can I let you go?
I'm stopped by text here. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Is there a big? Is she chained up then? Is that what it is?
It's iron chain that's chained to a spike in the ground. And she tries to fly a bit, and it like lifts up like 5 or 6 feet, and then the chain stops her.
I'm going to approach and try to get my hands on the spike.
Okay. You do that, and she's let's see how quickly you can do that. Give me a reflex check. Or dex check.
Dexterity check. Okay. Hey.
Yeah. Look at that.
18 plus 2, 20.
Yeah. Okay, so you manage to get over there and pull it up in time, and as she's kind of flying towards you and look like she's going to attack you, she realizes the chain's been undone, and she just starts flying off into the darkness, just flying off.
I might have just made a huge mistake, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't like seeing things in chains.
She's flying off towards the city, the town of Kresk.
Good. She's
Whoa.
gonna eat everybody.
Yeah.
You know what? I really don't feel that bad about that. They've been kind of weird.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's it. And you still hear noises coming from the sheds and stuff, but then the abbey doors are right there too. You can go in.
I'll walk in the abbey.
Okay. Open the door and you see Syrdath dancing with a beautiful woman with auburn hair who looks somewhat similar.
I'll say, oh, come on.
Yeah. And she's got the wedding dress on at this point, and she's doing kind of a wedding waltz you would expect. And the abbot looks very happy, like yes, and he's doing the like 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3.
Syrdath, like I was giving you the benefit of the doubt before. But this is maybe the weirdest thing I've ever walked in on.
Give me a perception check as you get closer, Ark.
Okay.
Oh God, he's very perceptive.
Yeah, no. He sees that this subtle stitching in the woman's neck and in her arms and stuff. These are body parts that have been sewn together beautifully, but they are not from the original body, and they the pale skin is very lovely, but it's not. This is someone who was not alive at least at one point.
Yes.
Listen, aftermarket parts, sometimes you gotta use them.
Yeah.
I'll go to Fest and Trill, who I assume are still nearby, and tell them what happened, and also let them know, like, hey, we heard Strahd's voice over the thunder, and he knows that we're here, and he knows that Ireena is here. He may not.
Does the abbot hear this? Are you close enough?
I probably would have done it, maybe not completely subtly, but not very loudly. I would have pulled them aside. So.
Okay, the abbot didn't seem to notice. He rolled a 3.
Okay.
I think that's our cue to get out of here then.
Sounds good to me.
Trill?
Yeah, I agree. I've been wanting to leave this entire time.
I'm going to turn to the abbot. Well, thank you very much for having us here. It is getting late, and we don't want to keep you from your preparations. I think we're going to see ourselves down the hill, and good luck.
Please do come again, and bring my son with you. I would very much like to speak with him about saving the people in this dread plane. Yeah.
Syrdath, do you care to drop your second dead girlfriend and join us?
She seems like very rehearsed, and she just kind of does a curtsy to you after. Thank you for the dance.
I nod, and as I walk back to my.
But it's very
judging.
emotionless. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of, a lot of self-reflection, like I said. Just kinda, remember to breathe. Sound like a pug walking towards you.
I'll ask Syrdath. I say, so you seem to have a type then, I take it.
I just kind of side-eye you. Just kind of keep walking.
And it's strange because she does look very similar. It looked like he took some efforts to make her look very similar to Ireena. Yeah. Yeah. So you guys go out, exit into the courtyard. You see the well. The chain figure in the corner that you may have noticed on the way in, but probably didn't because you were with the other Bellevues. They probably skirted that and kept you away from that area. Is gone. But Ark, you notice you don't see anything flying around the air as you head back down towards the gatehouses, and you still hear the snoring of the Bellevues that you've met snoring in there, and you kind of see Siegfried is kind of like doing the thing where dogs are like dreaming and chasing. It's kind of doing that little number on top of the firs, and you come out to the tiny hut with a little bit of smoke coming out of it.
Look, we've been in a lot of weird places so far since we've come here. This has got to be one of the weirdest. I think the quicker we get out of here, the better.
You feel like you've only cracked the crust of this place. It's a very big building.
Yes, I agree. This is weird, and according to the abbot, there's lots of these folks around, like generations.
Oh, hey, you guys are back. You want some tea?
You get the impression you don't see you didn't see any food sources around, so you're not quite sure what these creatures eat. I will say that much.
It's a really good thing Ireena didn't see the Ireena golem, because she probably would have marched right back down the mountain and into the fountain. Just like, nope, I'm out. This is.
Yeah.
Judging by the expression on everyone's face, it looks like we're ready to go.
Yes. Is it dark?
It's dark. It is probably about 11 o'clock at night.
Should we sleep?
Nope. Let's go.
How close are we to our wagon and stuff?
You're probably about an hour's walk down the switchback and into town to the wagon.
Yeah.
Let's get to the wagon and get going.
I mean, we can see if we can get past the wolves in an hour.
Past the what?
The wolves.
You
wolves
haven't
everywhere.
seen any wolves in Kresk. Now, you're still in the city walls. But,
Oh, okay.
if you get outside of Kresk, you might have to deal with wolves and worse. So,
I say let's hoof it to the wagon. If we get attacked, we get attacked. It's better than staying here.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
okay, Ireena, you light up your sword and cast light for the party as you go back down the switchback for the...
I cast light
Second
on
time.
Higgins.
Okay, cast light on Higgins. your dome fades.
He's glowing.
Yeah. Yep. And Higgins is not the most. Higgins trips a bit going down the switchback. Higgins isn't the best at. And you command him to walk down the hill, and he does. And you guys
For the
give me a
feature
con
film
save.
adaptation, can we have Higgins played by David Hyde Pierce, please?
Yes.
Everyone, give me a con save as you guys are getting pretty tired.
I'm getting tired? I thought I was resting peacefully.
It's late. Okay.
It's cold.
Yeah, and it's cold. Okay. Okay.
Trill.
Is there a target number here, Jason?
Yeah, I got a
heard
target
her
number in my head.
say
I'm
surprise.
trying. It won't let me.
Click on just the word Constitution in the saving throws box.
Okay. Trill, Marick, and Syrdath. I'll take a point of exhaustion.
Okay.
Okay.
Mark that.
And you guys are starting to get pretty tired of all this. And you make your way back down to the hill. You pass the gazebo that's all wrecked, and the water is blackened from the lightning bolt, and it seems like the magic is somewhat fading because it's cracked now from the lightning bolt, so it's not shimmering like it used to. And you make it back into town. It's real dark. The town's quiet, and you see your horse cart that you got from Esmeralda is still sitting there where you left it.
I start packing up the wagon.
Okay. Pack up the wagon. Someone knows the spell, the command word to get the horses
Probably
to
Marick.
pop out. Yeah. They pop out. Who's driving the wagon?
I'll walk alongside it because I'm still feeling fine.
Yep.
I think Syrdath was driving
Yeah,
it.
I pretty much
Yeah.
have been driving it the whole
Okay.
time, I think, or at
Everyone
least
else,
riding
if you're in the
shotgun.
wagon, I'll say you can sleep if you want. If you're outside of the wagon or driving it, you won't be able to sleep.
All
I
right,
will-
casters, go to sleep for sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and go to sleep.
Syrdath doesn't need sleep, so.
No, I just, but you kind of like me not to be in my little trance state while we're driving the horse.
Yeah. Yeah, and your issue is that it's just been cold and rough on you. It's not that the lack of sleep isn't really affecting you.
Yeah.
I'll split driving responsibilities with Syrdath because that way, because we still don't know that he doesn't need to sleep, right? He's sort of keeping all this
Yeah.
DL. So yeah, I'll be like, any rest you need, go ahead, and we'll just split it.
You go past the gatehouse and they let you pass and let you out, and they're kind of looking at you like you're crazy for going out into the dark this late at night. Where are you guys going to? Where are you making your way from Kresk? Should I go to the
Good
map?
question.
I thought we were just going to the wagon.
No, we gotta go. I mean, that's I can't control anybody, but that's what Ark is saying. No, we gotta go.
To where?
Not anywhere else.
Stuff's about to go
Yeah.
down.
Let's
That
at least
lightning
go-
bolt was not a natural lightning bolt.
Let's try to make it 2 hours outside of the town and then just make camp.
Make
Does that
hut.
sound?
Fine.
Yeah. Does that sound reasonable?
That sounds good. to
Do
me.
we have a direction that we want to head in?
Yeah, let me get to the map. I'm just gonna have to drag everything over there.
away.
Just going as fast as we can, I guess.
Okay.
So one of the things I'm going to do tonight, whenever we camp, is once we get down where we want to be, I'm going to put non-detection over us, and it lasts for 8 hours.
Oh, that's
So-
nice.
Yeah, so it can be an area, and that's what I'm going to put it on, so that we can't be scryed or divined.
Okay.
Well,
Whatever
we right about
I'm gonna
here.
do that.
I'm trying to zoom out. Okay.
Upper left.
Yeah, you guys are in Kresk, the upper left. Yep. So you guys
Okay.
are heading back towards the Slavic Road, and so 2 hours will probably put you near the little bridge, pass over the water.
Gotcha.
You guys can park and hide. Are you gonna hide the cart, or are you going to? How are you gonna do this?
I
Oh,
think
yeah. We gotta camouflage the cart, right? Because can't fit in the hut.
no. I think we put off to the side of the road.
You maybe put the hut in front of it and kind of cover up a bit.
Well, how big is the cart? Is it larger than 10 feet?
But yeah, it's bigger than 10 feet. It's wider than 10 feet, so it would be sticking out of the hut.
Gotcha. Because we could do a double hut, one for the wagon and one
You
for
could
us.
probably hut it though, and then it would stick out, and then you could probably use a survival check to cover up the wheels and stuff. If somebody wants to do that.
Whose perception is the best? They could just sleep in the hut, and then if anybody goes to fuck with it.
Just put it so that the front door is the only door that's sticking out. So if somebody tries to get in, it sets off a booby trap.
It blows you all up.
7 perception.
Yeah, I would say just try to hide it alongside the road.
Someone give me a survival check
Yeah.
as you guys try to hide it, and you can have an advantage
We'll
if people
put
are helping.
the tiny hut in
Oh,
front of
I
us.
have advantage.
Yeah, if people are helping, I assume they are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I roll- I roll
definitely help.
Hey,
23.
Oh, there you go,
Much better.
23. That'll be enough. Ark really does a good job. He knows what he's about. He's been outdoors. That there's branches. It blends right in. He thinks.
there's like what looks like a squirrel on one side that I fashioned out of mud and sticks.
Yeah.
It's almost like the trees are helping. It's like they kind of know what he wants.
So you guys try to get some rest for the night. You're pretty beat. Who's on first watch?
Arc
I've got-
can be.
I've got like a 7 perception if you guys want me doing one of the watches.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass out. I've had a hard day.
Arc, do you want to go first, or Syrdath, do you want to go first, and then I'll take
Sure,
over.
sure thing.
And I'll do last, since I've had a pretty peaceful evening so far, as it is.
Reading and drinking tea.
It's been a delightful time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
All
all
right.
see me when we're all bedding down the perimeter where we're going to be staying at. You see me taking some dust out of my pouch and sprinkling it on the ground in a big circle. And I'm like praying to Ilmater when I do it. And then I go to sleep.
Arc will come up and ask, "Can I have some?"
I mean, I just
Who's ever
do a little bit
on
of faith.
first watch
Yeah,
notices riding by on a horse is Strahd on a flaming horse with a mane of fire and stuff, and he's just furiously riding towards the town. And you don't see this, but it rides into town. He clears the wall to the village, jumps it, rides up into the abbey, and this is all unknowns to you all. And the abbot meets him and says, "Oh, Strahd, it's good to see you. Please, I have a gift for you." And he introduces the bride, and Strahd walks up to it with kind of a smirk, and he looks at her and he says, "No, this will not do." And he starts ripping the limbs off the body and throwing them
Ooh.
aside, and just casting them aside. And the abbot just doesn't know what to do, and is shocked, and just like, "No, Strahd, no." And then at the end he says, "You fool, it was never about finding love." And then he turns into mist and goes out of the abbey, reincorporates by his horse, and says, "Belly cups, let's go." And he climbs onto it and rides back out of town. Who's ever on second watch will notice Strahd riding back towards Castle Ravenloft, and he's kind of looking around trying to find you, and he's he seems like he's lost you for a bit because he can't seem to locate you, and he is riding back towards Castle Ravenloft in the night.
I think our bard just saved all of our skins.
I think so.
Alright, I got that spell to him.
1 sec, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So while Jason's gone, Ark will go and try to stab Strahd when he's running by. And see how that goes.
You were successful.
I did it.
And
We'll tell him.
All right.
first,
Hey, Jason, while you were gone,
you
we killed
sure can-
Strahd.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
we just got him.
Yeah. So you guys rest somewhat fitfully, and somewhat I mean, you guys are just a lot's happened. So and you're kind of stuck in a place. What do you do now? So you wake up, you've rested. The hut's protected you, and certainly Fest spell really saved you from what would have been a very upset Strahd, I believe. And there you are.
Yeah, I would have told them about the horseman that I saw going back toward Ravenloft.
Okay.
I would have also elaborated.
And you guys saw that it was strong, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he
Well,
looked like he
there's
meant
some-
business. Like he was not. This is not the regal dress Strahd. This is Strahd like he's gonna go to battle kind of Strahd.
Should we go back into town and see what happened?
Nah. What? Do you just want to feel bad about if everybody's dead? Let's
Well-
go.
No, you have to look at it this way. If everybody's dead, that means there's a lot of
Free
resources
stuff.
there. Yes, that we could get that might help us.
I'm a thief and dead, and I am appalled by him.
Horrible.
Look, we
I
might
guess-
be better off also to set up higher, you know, and be respectful. Burn the bodies.
They probably got books at the Amber Temple.
Well, there you go. We might actually learn something for a change.
You know what? There's no way the Amber Temple could be worse than what we just saw. So that's fine if it's far away from Kresk.
Do I want to know?
It was gross.
The
I'll take your word for it.
the Dusk Elf individual wanted to go with you to the Amber Temple to help rescue his
Hey.
sister, if you recall.
I'm
Too.
getting
Oh,
a
right,
call.
yeah.
I'm gonna take a break
Yeah.
real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
It's fine. Does everyone else need to take a break?
Yeah, we can take a bio break right now if you guys want. Let's
Sounds
do that.
good.
Let's take a 5 or whatever. We'll see when people get back. I'm gonna pause the recording,
Okay.
and we are going. Here we go. Okay, folks, we're back, and it seems like the party is going to be going to the Amber Temple next. We're going to stop the session right here. Everyone's going to level up, and the next time we come back, we'll see what happens at the Amber Temple and how the party wants to handle that. They can stop by and try to pick up the Dusk Elf if they want from the Stani camp outside of Valaki, or they could just head on their way there, and we can see what happens with Syrdath's girlfriend.
Hey!
And the dark powers of Barovia, because they're heading into the thick of it. So here we are. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time for episode 14 next time. Bye.